Hi rafikis, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute. I'm so sorry for the absence. A lot was just going on with me. I've been very busy with my business, Caribou Flowers, and work and motherhood and just getting everything in order. But I'm back now and I hope you will find the wait having been worth it. I'm doing 2 videos for you guys today. This is the first one. And today I wanted to just share with you guys my spa at home date or my Sunday self-care sessions and routine. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the things that I do to treat myself. And actually recording this from Kwamani's new room. So homeboy needs to move out of the nursery. He's moving into a big boy's room. I'll probably maybe when I'm done eventually do a tour of that. But yeah, I'm in his room. I'm actually in his Montessori bed, if you can see there. Very comfortable room. I made sure that I was also able to enjoy it. And we're just in here lying around. He's actually over here playing around on the phone, and I'm also just busy recording this and making sure I've got enough content for you guys. So anyways, the video for today is basically an at-home spa or self-care Sunday pamper session, and I just wanted to do that. I try to do that once a week for myself, usually on a Sunday afternoon, and it just helps me to be rejuvenated. It helps me to start my week on a fresh note, and it's also just something that I treat myself to, just to show myself a bit of love and luxury. And for me, luxury is not really about materialism. It's about doing those little extra things for yourself above the necessities. So we need to bath, but you make it a luxurious bath when you add some rose petals, or you add some foam bath, you know. So it's important, especially as mothers, because we are constantly giving to our children. It's very important, in my opinion, that we take time to just treat ourselves well and do something nice for ourselves. So my video is divided into 3 parts. The first part is my cleansing routine, where I do my cleansing and my scrub, and then I do a bath, a luxurious bath, and then after that I do my meditation, my yoga, and then my journaling. So I'll walk you guys through it, and I hope you're able to get some tips to try on yourself or on a loved one. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and thank you for your patience. I appreciate you, and enjoy the video. So I like to start off my spa day at home by making myself something warm to drink before I start with my routine. Over here I'm making myself a nice cup of hot chocolate, just stirring it, and then I like to just top it up with some cream, some whipped cream, just for some extra creaminess. So that's what I made for myself, and then I ate this with some donuts. Ooh, I'm a big fan of donuts. I eat them every day, so this was my treat. So once I'm done with my hot chocolate, I then move into the bathroom, and this is the beginning of my spa date. And I just start by assessing my skin to see what areas I need to pay special attention to, which areas I need to focus on. Once I'm done doing that, I then just wanted to show you guys the various products I'm going to be using. I'm a big fan of Estee Lauder products as well as products from the Body Shop. So these are the various products I'm going to be using during this routine, and they've really helped me to maintain, I think, relatively good skin during my pregnancy. So the first one is my face mask, sorry, my face wash from Estee Lauder, and then my clay mask from the Body Shop. So the first step in my skincare routine is to just wash my face. I'm using the Estee Lauder Perfectly Clean face wash over here, and then I'm using this little sponge I bought from Peplum the other day. It's a reusable makeup remover. I use it just to dampen my skin so that I can get a nice lather on my face going. And then I just basically rub that into my skin in a circular motion, also making sure to move in an upward motion just so that I don't create any wrinkles apparently. Then I use this little exfoliating sponge thingy, also from Pep Home. No, this one is actually from Signature, and I like this because it exfoliates, so it helps me to really get into those oily areas. My nose is very oily, so I like to use it around that area to prevent the buildup of dirt. So I just do that, and then I wash that all off, and then I just make sure that I dry it and pat it dry with the same little sponge that I used there. And then after I do that, I go in with my clay mask. This is from the Body Shop. I'm using this applicator that I bought from Woolies. I searched high and low for that applicator. I used to use a normal brush, but I found that the brush actually wastes a lot of product. So this is a clay mask. This is an actual mask applicator, and I got it from Woolies. It's very effective. You make sure that you put it all over your face,
and it doesn't waste any of the product. So that's what I use, and it's also very easy to clean up after you've made use of it. I spread it all over, then I'll leave this on for about 20-30 minutes, and I'll usually leave it on while I get into the bathtub, and then by the time I come out it becomes like a darker green or whitish, and then that's when I know how to when to take it off. So once I'm done applying my clay mask, it's time for my favorite part of the evening. I've lit some candles, as you've seen earlier, just to set the nice ambience and relaxing mood. And I'm just adding these bath salts to my water. You'll see I did a video last year where I showed you guys how to make your own bath salts. These are just Epsom salts with some essential oils and then some thyme. So I've added some rose petals in here as well. Again, we're talking luxury. I'll usually add some foam bath depending on whether I feel like it or not. It's just some foam baths can be irritating to us women, so I try to stay away from them. Mostly I'll just use Epsom salts. So before I get into the bath, I like to brush my body. This is a dry brush from that I got from Body Shop, and the idea is just to brush basically in an upward motion towards your heart, and it helps to just number one to exfoliate, but then number two also just for blood circulation. It helps your blood to circulate well before you get into the bathtub. Once I'm done with my bath, I move on to my facial steamer. This is the facial steamer that I got for Christmas from my husband. He purchased it from Clicks. It's actually on sale for about 850 now. He bought it initially, I think, for 1.3. So go get you guys one. It's really good. I use this when I've got a flu, just to steam myself. You can put oils in there at the top. You can put in eucalyptus oil to just clear up your throat, your lungs. It's really, really effective in clearing up the skin, and of course when you want to just clear up your lungs and airways. I'm really, really pleased with this facial steamer. Since I've started using it, I've really noticed the difference in my skin. It opens up my pores, and when I use products after facial steaming, I realize that the products are really absorbed much better than they would normally be absorbed by my skin. So it's one of those things I would definitely recommend. You don't realize you need it until you get it. So I would really recommend this as part of your skincare routine. So after opening up my pores with that facial steamer, I go in with my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. This is a miracle product according to some, and I couldn't agree more. Quite expensive, but well worth the investment. It's tested and proven to dramatically reduce the look of all key signs of aging, and it maximizes the power of the skin's natural nighttime renewal. What I love about it is that it's a moisture magnet. So you apply it before you apply any of your other moisturizers and products, and it basically helps your skin to take in any other product that you'll be putting on afterwards. It much better. So they did this experiment on YouTube where the lady applied the advanced night repair before she put on her foundation, and you could see that her skin really absorbed the foundation much better after when she applied this before. So it's one of those products you apply before your other products to just help your skin absorb it to its maximum. So I apply it with the dropper on my fingers. The idea apparently you should not apply directly onto your skin, onto your face, because you can transfer your germs. So I apply it into my fingers, and then I work it into my skin in an upward motion. And then I just like to go in with my skin roller. This is this facial skin roller that I got from the Body Shop, and it's nice and cool to the touch. It just helps to just plump my skin up, and it just wakes me up, especially when I've had a long day and I've got stress. I'm carrying stress in my facial muscles. I like to use this. It just sort of rejuvenates and wakes everything up, and I find it very, very calming and relaxing. And I just do that to also help the product to absorb even better than it does without it. So that is from the Body Shop, and I really love this product. It's one of my favorites, and I like to keep it in the fridge just so that it's extra cool to bring that coolness to my face at the end of the day. The next step in my routine is just to exfoliate my lips. I've got very dry lips. They are constantly chapped, constantly peeling. I'm just one of those people who can't use lip glosses and lipstick for some reason, even though I do. So I have to do this process at least once or twice a week. And I'm using chapstick lip scrub that I got from Discan. You'll have seen the inserted picture before this. And I just put that on my lips and I leave it there for a little bit while I'm rubbing my lips together while I use this Body Shop Drops of Youth Eye Concentrate roller. So I like this. It just really wakes up my eyes. I like to use it to get rid of eye bags, and I like to use it because it just makes my skin feel nice and plump. And then it's infused with 3 blends of plant stem cells, which is always good. And it's just a gel to water liquid care, and a little goes a long way. You just squirt once and you're able to use it to apply on both eyes. And then I use it just to prepare my skin for the next step, my eye area for the next step, which is going to be the night repair eye cream that I use from Estee Lauder. So I'll just apply this over both of my eyes, and then I'm going to use my ring fingers afterwards just to make sure it absorbs nicely into the skin, just taking care not to apply too much pressure. And apparently you're actually supposed to not rub it in, you're supposed to, with your ring finger, actually you're supposed to sort of just tap it in, but tapping takes so long, you guys. I don't have the patience to tap eye cream into my eye, so I find myself rubbing it in. I think I probably need to start practicing some better habits around this eye area of mine. But yeah, this is what I did that day, and yeah, just to make sure it's absorbed really well. And it just makes it helps me feel awake. It helps me just to feel better, because this is the one area that I show signs of fatigue, and I have been fatigued, you guys. I am so tired. So after some time, I'll then use the same scrubby sponge to just remove the exfoliator from my lips. I'll just make sure I remove all of it, and then I'll just hydrate with the lip moisturizer. I actually use so the DCP. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. That's what I use, and then I'll go in with my Estee Lauder Night Revitalizing Supreme Plus. This is an anti-aging night cream. So the idea basically with my nighttime routine is to repair, and then my morning routine is to protect. So I like to make use of this, and it's for all skin types. So I apply it in the morning or in the evening. I actually apply another one in the morning that's got an SPF. This is the one I apply in the evening, and it's also just really good. It's a repair serum. It's a repair serum, and it's also really good in terms of allowing their skin cells to just rejuvenate and revitalize themselves. So I've been using this for a while, and I'm actually quite light-handed with my facial products. I only buy facial products once a year, and I managed to sustain these products for the entire year. Estee Lauder is not cheap, it's quite expensive, so I try and make sure I'm using my products sparingly so that I can save my money and not have to go to the shops to buy these things all the time. So that's what I apply for the face as an evening moisturizer. And then after I've done that, I'll go in with my Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Plus uh, eye balm. So this is what I use in the evening. So I'm putting this over the serum that I did from the Body Shop, and this is just to lock in that moisture. And this does all its work during the evening. So I like this again just to repair those fine lines, and also just to moisturize and make sure this area is nice and plump, and that it's free from any signs of aging and any signs of fatigue. And yeah, so I'll just put that, and then I'll just tap it in again to make sure it's well absorbed by my skin. So the product I was talking about for my lips is called DCT, not DCP. Sorry, my people. Pregnancy brain has got the best of me. So that's what I apply to moisturize my lips. And yeah, it really works for me. It really works for people who've got these lips that just peel from everything. So that's what I use to moisturize. And it takes me through the evening. I wake up in the morning and my lips are still nice and moisturized. So I like to end off my nighttime skincare routine by just giving some attention to the areas that are often neglected on my body. These are my neck area and my hands. I like to add these just some drops of rose oil to my hands, and then I just spread it all over my neck and my bust area. So I bought this from Poetry, and I love it because it promotes well-being, and it's also used in holistic practices for aromatherapy. It's also got aphrodisiac properties, wink wink. I love the way it smells, and it just makes me feel nice and moisturized and refreshed. And it's also got a really nice smell, so it's almost like a bedtime perfume, if you will. So I just spread that all over my neck and my bust area. And then for my hands, I've got very dry hands. I'd use this overnight hand and nail moisturizer from Body Shop. And this is beautiful because it works while you're sleeping. So you apply it at all on your hands, of course, and all these little areas that are specifically dry because of all these hand sanitizers we've been using. So I just apply that. I put on a nice amount of it, and I lather it all over my hands. And then, if you want, you can actually put gloves on to just lock the moisture in, and you wake up with really soft, moisturized hands in the morning. So that's really how I complete my skincare routine, and after I'm done with that, I feel good. I feel like a new person, and my skin thanks me for it. So this is something that I do every Sunday. No, actually every day. My skincare routine is every day, but the entire thing that I did just now is something that I'll do every Sunday, and it makes me feel super good. I hope you guys were able to get some nice tips and tricks from it. So after I've taken care of my skin, it's time to take care of my body, and I'll usually start this off by doing some yoga. I'm doing pregnancy yoga over here. I was doing the child's pose. Please excuse this specific clip. I recorded this 3 times and I kept getting it wrong. I kept cutting my head out. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to redo it. I was just too tired to do it for the fourth time. But you get the picture anyways. I'm just doing some pregnancy yoga here to just stretch out my body. It helps me feel better. It helps me connect with my baby. And it just helps me to stretch out all those tight areas, especially my pelvic area, and just also preparing for childbirth. So I do that for about 11 minutes. I do two sessions, two 11-minute sessions, and it helps me to just feel free. I sleep much better after I've done pregnancy yoga, and I'd highly recommend it for anybody who is also pregnant. So I'll do that, and then I'll end off my yoga session with meditation. I love this part. I meditate, speak to my baby, and just I namaste and feel so good afterwards.
So, one of the last things I do as part of my self-care spa day session is just to journal. I just finished 21 meditation challenge, 21 day meditation challenge on a WhatsApp group via the Deepak Chopra Meditation Center. And this is just the daily affirmation I've been practicing. It says, every moment of every day, I live my life abundantly. So I'll do that a couple of times and then just try to get on a positive frequency. And then just to multiply my energy levels, I do a gratitude list every week. I do this at the start of every week. I write down the 10 things I'm grateful for, and then the 10 things I'm trying to attract for that week. So my gratitude list is usually stuff, just small things. Like here, I just said that I was grateful for my YouTube channel. You know, having started this a year ago, I had no idea I would have 2,000 subscribers and people, you know, telling me how I've inspired them to change their lives. Okay, not change their lives, that's a bit drastic, but just beautify their spaces at home and get their lives in order. And it's not something that I take for granted, so I'm really grateful for that. And then I'm also grateful for spontaneous hugs from Komani. Komani has just started hugging me spontaneously, and I think it's just the sweetest thing. And it's so precious, and I'm very grateful for that. It brings me lots of joy. And then after that, I'll just make a list of 10 things that I'm trying to attract this week. Like, let's say, for example, I'm missing something. I lost the earring. Then I'll try and attract that. And it's the little things, guys. You practice positive thinking and the law of attraction on small things, which ultimately leads you to be attracting the bigger things. So this is what I'll do. And then when I'm done with this, then I'm basically done. And yeah, that's basically my spa day session. I'm also grateful for these peonies. We got these in last week and they're opening up nicely. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this was a relaxing video for you guys to watch. You can get some ideas for what to do at home on your self-care days. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.